recording now. This is the point where we're supposed to say hello to listeners, if there are any. If you are listening, what are you doing and why?
Don't you people have lives to get back to?
That's us, we're recording it.
Oh, shit.
So yeah, this is TheSaddleCast, which is named because of the saddle patch. Yeah.
It's a pun.
It's a pun of podcast in saddleness.
If you ever listen to these, you're going to realize I fucking love puns. And they're going to pop up a lot.
I hate puns.
You don't, they're great.
Oh, they're fantastic until my laptop gets covered in all kinds of liquids as I just sort of just explode and it comes out my nose and it's just painful.
This is really gross. Anyway, we should probably introduce ourselves or something.
Yes.
People,
yeah. They're probably like, what the hell have I just pressed play on? Yeah, I'm Stevie. This is Stevie's voice. Hello. I'm also known as Stumpy the Orca. Yeah.
I'm Ailey. This is Ailey's voice. I'm the Scottish one. And I am also known as Darling Tyler.
You know, literally everyone who's listening to this probably just went, oh, that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah, everyone's just going to be like, oh, fucking
I've been saying it wrong.
God darn it.
Yes, and in this first episode of the Saddlecast, oh yeah, we're going to be talking about why we are bloggers from England and all that stuff. And I'm going to try and refrain from swearing, but I'm probably going to fail by 10 minutes in.
I already swore 5 times.
I know.
We're not doing too great.
No, we're not. I'm blaming Blackfish for why I'm a blogger. And I know everyone just went, it's that word! But yeah, it's true.
I don't know why it's such a bad word. People have been using it for years and generations.
Yeah.
And now only because it's associated with a film, people are like, eh.
Yeah.
Just don't do that.
Yeah. But yeah, I literally thought that SeaWorld, I knew that SeaWorld was a place and everything, but I thought they had rescue animals. Because that's all we have over here, isn't it? If they have a marine mammal, it's kind of a rescue animal, and then they set it free.
I think in Scotland we have stuff like the Seal Centre, which I think is up in the Highlands near Morayford, and that is, they have a couple resident seals, but they can't go back. I think they were too young when they were found or something. I think there's 3, but all the others they're rescues, rehabilitation, and then they're released again.
Yeah, I think as well, when they do have the ones that they can't release, they use them to sort of calm down the ones that they've sort of brought in to take care of as well. At least that's how the Deep explained it to me, not the Deep. What am I on about?
Yeah,
wrong,
I think I'm not sure about Deep Sea World. They used to have rescues coming in all the time, but I think now they just house some that can't go back.
Yeah, they house the ones that can't go back at the moment, but they did I asked the lady and she was like, yeah, we used to have rescues all the time, but then the rescue centre got set up just up the coast, so they always go there now.
Yeah, the Seal Rescue Centre is a big thing, and that's where all the rescues go now. Yeah. But anyway, you were talking about stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I really thought SeaWorld was. I had literally no idea that they went out Free Willy. Okay, I thought that was fictional. Everything was fictional. They didn't go out there and actually catch them and then put them in a pool. That seems so weird. Why? But obviously they did, because then I watched the Blackfish trailer and I was like, I need to watch this film now. What is it on about? That was true.
So,
yeah.
Should I?
You can talk, yeah. Don't let me talk. God.
I sort of had the same kind of thing. I didn't actually know orca captivity existed until last year, when I was on YouTube doing my thing, and the trailer, I think it was a trailer for Blackfish, came up as a recommended video, and I was like, well, I freaking love whales. Clicks on that thing. I was like, yes. And then it showed the trailer, and I was like, hello, what? Because I literally thought it was fiction. I didn't think orca captivity was real. I thought it was a fictional piece. And then I looked into it and I was like, what the fudge do you mean this is real? And then I didn't actually get to see Blackfish until I looked into a ton of other research. So I was like reading papers and like articles and stuff. And then I finally got the chance to watch Blackfish, and it basically confirmed what I thought. So yeah, I literally had no idea SeaWorld or anything like that existed. Because I was just like,
you do live on an island in the middle of Scotland,
yeah,
in
like,
Hebrides, so it's kind of really far away from any kind of SeaWorld park and advertisement.
I have never seen a SeaWorld commercial on my TV. Like, I had no idea it existed. I was just like, what the fuck?
I mean, I knew it existed, but only because my brother went, because my dad took him like on a Florida holiday or something. My brother went, and he was like, "Yeah, I just saw white orcas," and I was like, "You dick!" Oh crap, I'm swearing already. Anyway, I was really mad at him because he got to see one of my favorite animals, but it never twigged in my brain that they were not rescues.
Yeah, for me, it was just sort of like, because, you know, my dad's a fisherman and he saw whales all the time. He's seen the West Coast community. I'm so angry.
I'm angry too.
Yeah, because like when we used to have animals that would sort of strand, we called the people and they put them back unless they couldn't be saved.
Sorry.
Or if they were like deceased, we would bury them, and that would be that. And it was just sort of, it never quite twigged that other people would like take them,
yeah,
and not put them back in the sea or put them in the ground if they were dead. Didn't occur to me at all. I was just like, what?
Did you follow like Keiko when he was released? Did you ever like follow the release when you were younger?
I don't think I did, because when was Keiko released? Like what year? Do you remember?
2002.
2002.
We did a paper on it, dude.
I think I broke my arm at that point.
Oh yeah, you'd be a bit distracted.
I was like, I think I was 6, so I had just broken my arm that summer.
You're making me feel old.
Hey, but no, I probably didn't follow it because
10 in 2002.
I was in hospital. Yeah.
I don't think I kept track of it, but I think my mum did, and you know, the occasional thing because she liked whales. So I think she got excited when he went past Scotland, and that was a big thing. Yeah. We didn't go past Scotland. 120 miles off, but close enough.
He was so close.
Considering he came from Mexico, come on. He did well.
I just like when I look at that path, and I'm just like, just take a right, buddy.
Yeah, take a right. Come on.
Take a right.
Go south. Go south.
Just down a little bit more. You can do it.
Yeah, I was researching for my like film with narwhals, and just came across the Blackfish trailer, and then legally watched Blackfish. And then I was like, right, okay. And then I got massively distracted from animating and sort of watched like everything I could and read everything I could.
I was literally just chilling, and then because sometimes I just go, I want to look at dolphins, and then because of this, it came up in my recommended, and I was like, well,
why not?
I like whales. So I click, and then I'm like, what?
Yeah, I think after that I watched Lolita's one, like Save the Entertainment, because that was on YouTube, like the hour-long documentary, and I was actually watching it during a lesson.
You were a terrible student.
I was a good student technically, because it did just about count. I think it didn't really, anyway. And then after that, I spent I was looking at petitions. I was trying to find out like everything. Because and also everyone like crying because that film really wait, she's still there. I couldn't believe she was still there, because that film was like made years ago and they were trying to release it. And I was like, okay, maybe they've managed it. And I looked and she's still there. She's still there now. It's completely ridiculous. What is wrong with you, America?
I just got really angry when I saw that film. I literally I was sitting there silently through the whole thing, and then I just sort of stood up and was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
I was just enraged. I was like, what?
Yeah, I think that is the point when my Orca blog went from being about gifts to being violently anti-cap. I mean, I'm quite embarrassed of the posts back then I made because, yeah, I was quite angry, but, not so angry anymore, but still very more informed.
I just sort of turned up one day and I was like, right, I am pissed the fuck off. And I just never went away. I just, like, some days I wake up and I'm like, the world's an okay place. And some other days I wake up and I'm like, well, Lita's still in a fucking tank. What the fuck is going on in the world?
I mean, yeah. I remember when we were trying to figure out like the ProCap's point of view, and we were going through like the papers and stuff, just trying to find something that they like base what they've got in their heads on, and we never found anything, and now I still can't understand why.
I just increasingly got more angry, if you remember. I just was like,
yeah.
What the fuck?
Even when we found SeaWorld research, we were still going on like Skype. We're going, what the fuck is this? Is this supposed to? What? No, what the fuck?
My favorite is still to this day, even though it was pretty recent, was seeing that paper that SeaWorld released about vocal learning and being like, no, I knew that. And like someone else, I think was in the room with me, and they was like, oh no, you probably just thought that this was the same thing. I was like, no, I read this. I know this is fact. I read this a while ago.
I think it's the brilliant part that Foot did that when he was like a PhD student.
It's so great. I was certain. I knew it. I was like, no, I know this. This is fact. I know for certain.
Yeah.
And then I was like looking through the saddle patch, like, no, I know this is real. And then I found the paper and I was like, come on. Come the fuck on.
Technically, it is the slightest bit different in the fact that they learned that if you keep an orca in solitary confinement with a dolphin, it'll start talking dolphin. Which doesn't actually complete any way to the wild paper, which proves that they learn how to vocally learn from like birth. They learn their language, they learn other language.
It's more out of necessity.
It's like, yeah, okay, so a captive orca can learn how to speak dolphin.
In the wild, it just seems more sneaky, like they're learning to speak dolphin.
Yeah.
Like trick the dolphins. Like,
yeah, that's what they do. They mimic like sea otter calls and all sorts to like trick them and stuff. Like, we already knew this. Why are you just turning around and going, oh yeah, this makes it cool because now they can talk. They probably can't talk. I don't know. Vocals, they still haven't quite gotten a language down from them, have they? So,
yeah, but they can mimic the vocals.
Yeah, it's like, this is brand new, amazing research. It's like, is it?
No.
Nah.
Is it really?
Nah.
Really?
No. It's really not going to benefit any kind of wild population, you asshats. See, that's what makes me the most angry. Is like, yeah, let's go to SeaWorld. They'll help the wild animals. Yeah, they'll help. They've got their rescue thing, and they get their grants for that. And yes, they do help wild animals. They don't do bollocks for orca. Okay? If they did, I'm sure there'd be a lot of big difference. Because they seem to make a big difference in other areas, but not where they're meant to.
Blue World Project.
Blue World Project. No, I'm going to start you on that, actually. Because...
oh my god!
Was there a recent announcement about it that I missed? Have they finally decided it's going to get built?
They announced it before they got permits. Do they not understand how that is a terrible idea? Like, people don't announce a block of flats before they talk to the council, like, is it okay for me to build these flats? And the council go, yeah, sure. You don't have to make any changes here at all. Go build them. No. What SeaWorld did was like, hey guys, this is the tank we're going to build. We don't have plans yet. And the commission could reject the plans or change them completely. But this is the tank we're going to build. And I was like, did you just not follow any architecture rules ever? Did you even look at the books, guys? Did you even try?
I don't think they did. I think they just drew pretty concept art and like put it up, and they were like,
it is. All it is renders. It's just a bunch of renders. It has no meaning. There's no measurements. There's no dimensions at all. It's literally renders that first years can do, because I have seen renders better than that in the presentation last week. And I'm just like, guys, Guys, you're a multi-billion-dollar company. Guys, please. It's just, oh my god. It's just, and we don't even know if it's going to be built. I mean, everyone says, oh yeah, the Blue World Project is definitely getting built. No.
Well,
The last
surely,
plan.
didn't they want to start it by this year?
Yeah, they wanted to start it. I think it's going to be started next year.
Right.
Now, it's just been announced in the recent thing.
Okay. Well, that's probably because they realised that they kind of fucked up.
Yeah. We don't know if it's going to get built. If they can, the commission can still reject it. The last plan SeaWorld announced got rejected.
Yeah, that's pretty true. It did.
Which was in July.
I went through all them plans.
I was like stalking that page like daily, like another day with the Blue World Project plans.
Yeah.
Like daily, it was like I was just like, why? It could be rejected on a number of grounds, like environmental, the size of it. If the soil can't handle another construction of that size, because to deal with the soil, they're going to have to dig real deep, and it's just going to be like.
Aren't they on marshland where they are, or am I thinking of the wrong SeaWorld?
I'm not sure about San Diego. I don't know. But like, there's a number of things could mess up. I'm just like, get the permits first before you do anything.
Yeah, it's not just that as well. I mean, obviously whatever they have over there that isn't councils, I'm not quite sure. But they could reject them, but it's not just that. They could get the plans, but then what about the poor old whales that are sort of stuck there? And by next year, they might even have another whale living there. You never know with these guys who's going to be pregnant next. And then they might have like a baby calf there, and they're trying to build. It's just, I don't see it. I mean, it's right next to the old tank.
And it doesn't help that some of the whales have problems with construction noises. And I'm just like, like Corky doesn't like unknown or unfamiliar sensations. Well, that would be unknown and unfamiliar. They're going to be taking out a tank. Like, they're going to have to drain one to put one in.
See, this is where I get lost because I'm not very good with captives. Wild, yeah, I'm on board. Captive, I'm like, yes, okay. Corky lives at San Diego. Who else lives there? I have no idea. Oh wait, Kith? No. I'm starting with K names and I'm going to get lost if I go there.
Kasaka.
Yeah, and the oh no, I don't remember.
Kasaka doesn't like maintenance or construction workers around pool area, machinery or hammering, new environmental stimuli.
Oh my god, that's literally the entire list. I mean, I can understand that obviously
He's
when it's all
also the
done.
one who's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 behavioral incidents.
See, now you have research up and I don't, and this is cheating, so I'm gonna combat you on this.
Between 1989 and 2008.
You know, on Stat Counter, sometimes I go on and I think, oh my god, someone's really been using it, and then I realise it's me.
Or me, but like University of Strathclyde, Glasgow. Yeah, I do the same, and I'm just like, hey, someone's really using the saddle patch, and then it's me. Yeah. I'm like, oh.
But, oh wait, hang on, that's all the pages I visited today. Bollocks.
Oh no.
But sometimes I do go on and someone has been like heavily using it. I'm like, yeah.
Get in. But yeah, like some of the whales at San Diego just aren't good for this kind of stuff. And it also doesn't help that they've got, as far as I know, Talia, Makani, and the new calf, obviously, haven't been in a situation where there's loud machinery or construction work.
There's going to be a lot of loud machinery and construction work.
Nothing at this kind of level. Yeah. And Talia just had her calf. That's going to cause stress.
That's the one I couldn't remember the name of.
It's Talia.
Yeah. They all begin with K and I get lost. I mean, I can just about handle the ones who were captured from Iceland. but then it goes into this like family tree of K's, and I'm like, I am lost. I misidentify them all the time, so I just kind of leave it, because then if I say anything and I get it wrong, it's not good.
Yeah, I
Because
don't usually.
apparently people respect what I type, and I'm like, really? But I'm crazy.
Yeah, I don't know why people even read some of the stuff I type. I just get really angry and just like, why? And then people are just like, oh yeah, you made a good point. I was like, did I? Did I really? Somewhere in there. Yeah.
I try and make good points, but most of the time I kind of just post the information I found and let other people do it.
You just post and then leave like later.
I just post and leave. Like, yeah, like, have any of you guys seen this? And then like people like reblog it and be like, give their own like piece on it. I'm like, yeah, I should have said that, but I couldn't think of it at the time. It's difficult.
I just sometimes see posts and I'm like, ding dong, you were wrong. This is why, and then I leave.
I haven't done that in quite some time actually, even though I've seen a few. But
you've seen a few that you could.
I've seen a few.
Anyway, we had a topic of how
we did. We got a bit distracted.
But yeah, we should probably carry on from where we both made our flow.
Yeah, I just like to point out that we got distracted at like 9 minutes in, and we're now 21 minutes in. But technically, we've hit more off topic than we have on, so we probably should definitely switch back here.
To be honest, this is all good information still, so
yeah. Yeah, it counts.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So, I think you made your blog before mine when you were just GIFs.
Yeah, I was just GIFs in October of 2013, yes. And then I changed the name after I saw the November airing of Killer Whales Beneath the Surface to Stumpy the Orca, because, hello, I just never been more inspired by a killer whale in my entire life. I mean, I love them, and then there was Stumpy that was right there, and she's disabled, and they didn't do what normal animals do when there is someone like sick or injured, like leave them to die, because they don't want to.
They didn't fuck off.
They didn't fuck off and leave her. I mean, she was hit by a boat, they think. I mean, clearly from the injuries, she's definitely hit by something. Might not have been a boat, but yeah. And then she was with her mom the first couple of times they saw her, and then since then the mom's not been around, but she's been with all these different pods who are just taking care of her, like she doesn't quite keep up with the one pod, so they like catch up with another one, then leave her there for a bit, and then it's just the greatest thing ever, and I kind of stole her name for my username, and then I think I went up on the awareness for Stumpy quite fast, to be honest.
I made mine at the beginning of last year. Yeah, because
you're a year old. You're a year old.
I'm a year old because I literally came in just before February, because there was the whole Valentine thingy, and I was just like, because I think I just missed that, and I was like, oh, that sounds fun. So yeah, and I think I'm darling Taima because when I read about her story, I was just, I don't know, it really got to me. That whole matron is just really being devastated by captivity, and Gudrun was not treated well
no.
at all. She was treated horribly, and she died horribly. And then there was Nayar, and Nayar pulled it. It was just so sad. She didn't deserve what happened to her. And when you read about how Tillicum looked after her and was so gentle with her, and then she still, like, people, credit to SeaWorld, they tried to keep her alive. But without her mother, she just didn't stand a chance. Because you need, they need the milk of their mother, because it's immune system booster.
Yeah.
And Nayar just didn't have that, and with the problems she had already, she was never going to really thrive. And then there was Taima, who, this, and she was a really smart animal, and she didn't seem to me to become victims to the sort of stereotypes that other whales do. Like, or she didn't. She was basically her own person, like her own personality, and she, like, I remember reading somewhere that if time I didn't want a show to happen, there was no show. Like, she would just like fuck everything up. She's like, no, not today, not today. And I was just sort of, I just really liked her. And then I read that she died so similar to Gudrun, and I was just like, no, that's horrible. No animal should be put through that. And yeah, and then I got really angry and blogged angrily.
I think the first post of yours that I saw was one of the best things I've ever seen. Was armchair activist argument, and you came in like a bat out of hell and were like, I live here. What the fuck do you expect me to do? And I remember laughing so much. I was like, I am following this person. Because I was just like, I couldn't stop laughing. It's like, I live in the fuck end of nowhere. What else do you fucking want me to do?
That's basically what it was like. I literally pulled up a map and circled it. Like,
I know! That was the best part. I just remember I looked at it on my phone, it took ages to load the picture, and then it loaded, and I was like...
Basically what it's like.
And I was like, right, yeah, this is a good person here.
And then, I don't think I ever spoke to you properly until there was a sort of little drive of, hey, we should make wild population blogs. And I was like,
yeah,
okay.
That was, I think, what was the one that started it? Was it?
Was it something about the stranding?
Yeah, I think it was the stranding one that's kind of...
Patagonia.
Yeah, I mean, I know there was already a few, like, Alaskan ones, like, before that.
Yeah, and obviously there was the Southern Resident and Northern Resident.
Yeah. I mean, the Northern Resident one had been there a while before I even joined, I think.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I remember you noticed that I said something about wanting to do a Northern Isles one after my obsession with that pod.
I remember, like, I was making a post like, yeah, I'll do the like West Coast community because I am literally right there. And then I saw you reblog something saying, I might make one about the Northern Isles pod. I was like, oh, I see. And I was like, yo, maybe we should make a blog together, because I think I mentioned that and there wasn't much information on either one pod, and if we pulled it together, it would make a more concise Scottish podcast.
Yeah, yeah. We talked through like Messenger for a while, didn't we? Even though our horrible internet kept deleting our various responses to each other.
Again,
like every often go, did you get my message? No. Bollocks, let's try that again.
Yeah, and then we went on Skype, and then one day, I think you were looking through research papers or something.
Oh yeah, well, there wasn't really much on Scottish Orca except research papers and that one website which is now dead. So
God damn it, not good idea.
I mean, Jesus Christ, with the like Scottish Orca blog is the only place you can now find the IDs.
It's really bad,
and it's really bad.
Be doing something about that. I'm just like, guys, please.
And we're the only ones that have the ID. ID one with eye patch chart as well. Although I'm not overly sure if that's all right, but it was on ResearchGate and I photographed it. It's all good. I'm not using it for evil, okay?
Anyway.
It's being used for research.
Research purposes.
Yeah, it's not for evil, I promise. It never is. It's for educating people, which I think we've done particularly well, considering. I think
literally everyone knows common now.
I know.
It's the best.
I logged in the other day and someone was talking about how John Coe should be a pirate, and I'm like, hang on, that isn't it is, but that's not. This is some other user. What is going on here?
That's not me. It's not you.
That's me. What? It's great though. It really is. I mean, they know, like, all of them now. I mean, every so often someone will say, oh, Puffin's awesome, or Moneypenny's amazing. I think the only person who doesn't get any love is poor old Orca. But,
And Lulu doesn't get
Oh
any
yeah,
love.
Lulu doesn't. Oh
Lulu
my
could
god,
technically pass as a southern resident at the best of times.
she really good, and I just literally forgot about her when I was saying it. That's even worse. Here's one who don't get any attention, and I completely forgot about the one that gets none. I mean, Moon gets more attention, bless him, and he's not even here anymore.
Basically. Everyone knows Jonko, Floppy Fin, and Comet though.
Yeah.
Like, everyone.
If they don't know who they are, then I highly suggest that if you're listening, you go and Google that. Like now. And it's the most brilliant thing that if you Google Comet, West Coast community, you will also get the brilliant gifs that I made.
Lots of those gifs.
And yeah, they're worth looking at. They are, definitely. Especially after someone thought that one of them was real, and I couldn't believe it.
Which one was it? Was it the captivity one? And I almost peed. I was like laughing so hard, I almost died. I was like,
I don't know. I think it was either the captivity one or the one where there's a Patagonia orca like coming up onto the thing and flashing a seal around. There's Comet's dorsal just going past like nah, in a really bad formation, which is obviously fake.
It was really fast as well. It was literally like he was a torpedo, and I was just like,
yeah, orcas don't swim that fast. They literally just plus their dorsals never go like a shark like that because they go up and down.
And they give no weight, none at all. They
no weight.
Just zip through the water without disturbing it at all.
And also be the size of the orca that's on the beach. Which is, although they are huge, being at 9 meters,
absolutely massive.
They are not that huge.
I remember reading a bit in a newspaper the other day, which was like, two people on a yacht were scared stiff of an orca in the west coast of Scotland, and I was like, wait, what? What the heck? That's not right. And then I looked at it again and it was Comet. I was like, oh yeah, I would shit myself too. He's pretty big. I understand completely.
Yeah, I think that one's in the Saddlepatch archives now. If anyone wants to look it up. But yeah, it is. They mentioned the size of the boat and they mentioned that it was bigger, and I looked it up and I was like, yep, that's definitely going to be one of the West Coast guys. But
I literally think it was Comet because there was a picture posted and I was just like.
It's always Comet if there's a camera.
Like, people think we're joking or over exaggerating. No, it is always Comet.
Yeah, I might even put a link with this podcast of the video of Comet where they say 4 orcas sighted and it's just Comet for 4 minutes. And we're not even kidding. We were watching that video waiting for some other whale and it's Comet. Comet over there, Comet over here.
Watching it together, like, I don't think
Comet.
there is any others. And you're like, there's 4 sighted, but I don't think there's any more.
There's just Comet everywhere. And it makes it even worse that it's not like a 4-minute video where they kind of just show them a couple of times. They've edited it together. So it's like constant, like, images of a whale surfacing, and it's always Comet. It's like, choo, 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 Comet!
Or when you look at the Hebridean Whale Dolphin Trust and all of the orca, like, pictures, I think almost every single one has Comet in it. I think the only one that doesn't has Puffin on her own. Yes. But Comet is still in that bit because we've already seen him. Like, he's just gone under at that point in time.
Yeah.
So we know he's still there.
I think there's only one other. There's like 2 others I think that they've got that don't have Comet in. That's the one they have of John when he's in Wales, and they've got one of Moneypenny
because they put that on our new.
Yeah. But that's only probably because it was cropped to her. Comet's probably in the background somewhere. Like, come on, don't steal my shot, bitch.
He's, oh my god, in every single picture. Like, even in film, do you remember when we were putting together you were putting together the GIFs for the profiles?
Oh god, yeah.
And in both, I think in Puffins, he's actually in the GIF.
He is in the GIF. I remember. I couldn't get a better. Like, the only one of Puffin where it was clear enough. Comet.
He was there. I was just like, this is not even your profile. Go away.
He's photobombing both Puffins and orcas, but only Puffins. He's photobombing. He's obviously in the GIF and he's in the photo. But they do travel together, so I guess it's kind of okay. But he's in Ockers as well. It's like, come on, guys, you had your own profile. He also has the best gif as well, because he gets so close to one of the boats that was filming him, which I think is hilarious. He's circled round going, "Hey guys, just give me a minute. They have a camera."
And like Puffin just like carrying on, and he's like, "Oh, there you go."
Like, I'm giving up with you, Comet. You have like 3 more chances with cameras, and then I'm leaving you for good. And I'm just sending you off with Aqua, and you can just fuck off.
I'm still so annoyed about the time that I just left the island and Aqua was sighted so close to the island on his own. I was like, okay, for one, you shouldn't even be here. 2, you've had 18 years. Where have you been? I was literally just like, come on, are you serious?
I remember when you sent me the sighting with full-on caps afterwards, like, this little bastard. Well, probably more colourful language than that, but yeah, the basic gist.
Yeah.
How did we end up running the Saddle Patch again? Because I sort of just rolled with it.
I mentioned, I think it was Project Why Did We Do This to Ourselves?
Yeah. Oh god! Project Why Did We Do This to Ourselves? Oh my god!
Yeah, that's still a thing.
It's not really, because we did.
Not really, because we found out that it's not physically possible.
Yeah, it really is. But yeah, I still have all the pictures for Project Why Did We Do This to Ourselves before we kind of got to that paper and kind of went, oh shit.
You're kidding me.
Yeah. Alright, okay, maybe we should give up this part. It's still there. It's still in the back of our minds of why. Why?
Yeah, and we were doing that. And I think I mentioned I wanted to do a theory blog with you because I was like, hey, that could be fun. And I mean, we've already got 1.5 theories at that point.
Yeah.
And I remember, I think it was Cute Whales mentioned, it was, and she was like, oh, database.
Yeah.
And we were just like, oh ho ho.
Yeah.
This could go well.
And it has.
It's gone very well.
It really has. Oh yeah, and I felt really bad because the links that I had actually saved up were, well, not quite so organised as the Saddle Patch.
Yeah, you literally just sent because you had a ton of links, and I was like, hey, you just send them to me and I'll organise them. And you're like, are you sure? I was like, yeah, what's the problem? It's just really unorganised. How bad could this be?
Oh god.
And send me this massive sheet of completely, like, basically unnamed links. There was no names, there were just links. I had to read through and figure out where to go, and I was like,
I remembered where the important ones were when I needed them.
There was just a ton of them, and some of them I had to, like, reread a couple times to try and make sense of them. And I was just like, why is this saved? Why was this important? What was this? And I just started, like, looking through it, like, I until, like, this one sentence of, I don't understand why she saved this in regards to Orca. What the heck is... Oh, right, I get it now.
Yeah, there is the one link still in the Saddle Patch that I think is going to stay in there for a while.
Is that the one under my hill?
It's not the one under your hell, no. It was the one where I managed to, like, get hold of someone's email correspondence. And it's like this massive long link of
yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that is under my hill.
I still haven't figured out, like, I can't remember why I have it. I think it's important for something, but I don't remember why. So I probably should really get rid of it.
Is that the one that's under, like, got a ton of field studies?
Yeah.
That's the one that's under my personal hell.
Yeah.
It's literally titled Ailey's Personal Hell, and on that one link on its own, and we've got all these other links that are, like, sorted together, like, yeah, just keeping them all together in, like, Ailey's inbox. But no, this one's on its own, like, Ailey's Personal Hell.
There is quite a big reason why it is your personal hell, and that's because I was really, really mean, and I linked to one page which was full of other links for other research papers.
Yeah.
I think there was about 100 in one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I counted. Those
Okay.
numbers, I scrolled.
Yeah, but then we figured out that we should probably ditch the ones that weren't about whales, well, orca for the meantime.
Yeah, and then just focus on art papers.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, still haven't got pro captivity papers for orca, and
Yeah,
I keep looking. Every time I go to the saddle patch and I look at the pro captivity side, I'm always just like, guys, please.
yeah, I mean, I look all the time, but the only time we've ever got submissions, and thank you for the submissions if you are listening, but the roller coaster website, it really doesn't count because it's just a breakdown of blackfish, and a breakdown of blackfish isn't why you're pro captivity, because I'm pretty sure pro caps were around before blackfish.
Also, a break watching a film and disliking it so much that you decide to be pro captivity is like,
Yeah,
I mean, if that's how you got pro captivity, then sure, but to me, it's kind of like watching a film about, let's say it's got a famous actor in it and you don't like that film, so you decide to be completely against that actor for the rest of your life. It's just sort of like,
yeah.
okay, sure.
We also keep calling it a film where it is called technically a documentary.
Yeah.
We do mean documentary. We're not saying it's like fictional or anything. For any of you people listening,
It is fictional. It's a real thing. It exists in this world.
Telecom did go and kill possibly 3 people. He definitely killed 1.
Yeah. Also, if you complain about how the film is put together, please remember that some people think my island doesn't have electricity or people on it because of documentaries. You have nothing to complain about. When I show people my island, some people are like, oh, that one that doesn't have people on it. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? I literally told you I live there. I told you right now. How could you not?
People are really...
Why? But yeah, it's just when I hear people complaining about how the film was taken from SeaWorld own things, and it's like not okay in some way, I'm just like, really, we're gonna do that? We're gonna do that because I have serious problems with film that come nowhere near Blackfish.
Yeah.
The rage is real.
I've gotten myself lost in the saddle patch. Just excuse me. I always do this. I mean, I organised it, but I still get... Oh, I haven't even put that. Damn it. This is why I invented the search box, because I am literally that bad.
Oh my god. Yeah, literally, you guys don't understand how many links are actually waiting for me to sort through them.
88. I think it's 88, isn't it?
I think it is 88.
I remember because I felt really mean.
More that I need to sort as well, and stuff that I need to personally add.
Yeah, I felt really mean because I decided to number them and then realised how many numbers there were and got really... But I did organise them for you, kind of.
You did. You named them this time.
I named them this
really
time.
Handy.
Which, it's very good, considering I normally just go crazy and copy and paste links in and then leave it, and then Alien just gets really mad at me.
You just go on the internet and then copy the URLs and just put it in the draft and save it, and then I just have to look through it and try and figure out what was your train of thoughts.
That's pretty. Yeah, that's.
How did we get to this point? And then I tried to link it to what it's relevant to by trying to go through your train of thought, and it's like, so how did we get here?
If people are interested in the pro captivity papers we do have, there are 3 in the dolphin section, and I'm trying to remember what they're called.
We also have the books.
Yes.
I think a form that I may have added.
But I put the dolphins in the dolphin section rather than the pro captivity section because they weren't really... Well, They're more about dolphins than they are pro-captivity, let's face it. And for the pro-anti debate, we kind of want things like,
this is why this is good.
Yeah, dying to entertain us or living to educate us, that kind of thing. We do have the Q&A discussion that took us ages to find. I remember that. It's like a page long,
so
but it took us so long to find anything that had something pro versus anti that wasn't the. Actually, that's actually a good point. We don't actually have the press conference between Naomi Rose and SeaWorld.
Yeah.
Do we? What's it called?
We do. I added it because I had to look for it. Because it took me freaking ages. Yeah, we do have it. Don't fucking do this to me.
Do we have it? Because I'm.
Don't do this to me. I added it because I found it. I looked this up. Where are you? No, this is not. This is horrible. I literally added it.
I know you had it. I've actually gone to it from the Saddle Patch. I mean, I did a post about it and linked all the research papers they were discussing because I know it's on here. Where
did we put it? This happens a lot, by the way.
This is why we need a new search system quite badly.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to give up looking for it in the Saddle Patch and just go in drafts.
I'm literally looking in drafts right now.
Are you looking in drafts right now? Okay. That's what I normally do if I can't find anything on the page.
The reason we probably can't find it on the Saddle Patch itself is because somebody.
Uh-oh, what have I done?
Accidentally may have removed a couple things.
It wasn't me. Oh wait, no, it was me, wasn't it?
Somebody. I literally thought it was me for the longest time and just never spoke about it because I thought I had done it. So I was like, right, I'm not bringing this up. And then you didn't bring it up, and then just suddenly I was like, so you know those posts that were missing?
That was my fault. I was trying to. Okay, mass post editor is complicated, and I was only trying to delete the tags that were on it so that the new search system wouldn't pick the old posts up, and I may have deleted all the posts.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I did, didn't I? This will be why we can't find anything.
This is why we need to redo this whole system.
We really do, because I'm an awful person. Oh, there they are.
We also have literally nothing on Blue World Project, and it's like...
Yeah, we don't. We need a section on that. God, there's so much stuff we need to do with this.
We need to make notes at some point.
We should probably also... I know there's not really much we can discuss about how we got into blogging, though, is it? I mean...
What?
How we got into blogging and stuff. We've already basically covered it.
Yeah, we've already been through that. And Saddle Patch was literally just we wanted to organize everything. So
yeah, and now everyone can have access to all. I mean, because before people used to post all the time, oh, does anyone have this link to that? And then someone would swoop in with the link. But now there's less posts like that because of this. Except there is a backlog, but we're working on it.
We are only 2 people.
Yes, we are only 2 people who... You're doing a university course and I'm stuck in hell.
It's kind of weird that we're literally an animator and an architecture student and we're doing all this.
It's because we're fab.
We're great.
Yeah, we have educated all the people ever on Scottish Wales. People know they exist now. People might actually go on holiday to see them. That is the goal with that one.
Filler.
Maybe if I search Naomi Rose. I can't spell her name, however. Oh, I searched her.
Or Rose.
Ah, I found it!
Where?
If you search, this is really, really ironic. If you search Naomi Rose's name, it comes up. That is the only search for it. I'm gonna edit that now.
Yeah. So,
yeah, looks like I didn't delete that post. But Doesn't appear to be anywhere in the base links, so I should have to fix that. But yeah, that is like the Siwa versus Naomi Rose thing is about the only big thing that we have on pro captivity and their opinions, and it didn't come off very well at all. They were kind of slaughtered.
Yeah.
I remember watching it.
That paper, I got so angry when that paper was mentioned, and I was like, don't even do that.
It's like, did you just bring up Foot's research that I have been through with a fine-tooth comb to try and justify tooth wear in captivity? Did you?
I remember, like, when I watched it, I instantly went to you and was like, do you see this bullshit? And I don't even think I mentioned what it was. And you were just like, I know, I'm so angry. Because I reposted you. It's like, this is an atrocity.
It really was as well, because they must know that the tooth wear that they get is because they chew on things that they're not meant to chew on.
Yeah, because the tooth wear the Norwegians get, it's because they're pretending to be hoovers.
Yeah, essentially they are hoovers. And I said hoovers like you then, sorry. I do that sometimes. I get into trouble because I do it at work, and yeah. Do not impersonate someone's accent over the phone, they get quite mad. I don't mean to do it though, it just comes out. But after you've done it the first time, you have to try and carry it on, and it goes very wrong. I was talking about something, wasn't I? Hoovers, yes. Because their tooth wear is kind of like, it's done in a shape. I mean, they never actually go down to the pulp. They've always got a tooth there. Because it kind of just flattens out. I mean, I don't know why they're actually born with teeth, to be honest, if it happens to them over the course of years that it does.
Yeah, and they don't really use their teeth.
No, they're suction feeding, so it's like, gone. I mean, you can see in comparison, the fish-eating Shetland guys, there's not actually any pictures of their teeth, though, but you can tell that the one they've got in the research paper is one of those guys, rather than one of the transient kind of ones that go around Iceland, like Mouser and that.
I literally think the sample they have there is one of the Norwegian ones, if I remember correctly. I think that's that.
I know the other sample they have is Moon.
Hmm?
They have Moon skull.
And he has like massive teeth.
Yeah.
And like, to be honest, you would think they would have the more teeth, but they're eating minke whales. Like, don't even care.
Yeah. No, it was not. It was actually one from Scotland. Because it calls yeah, because that's when they kind of figured out that there's actually two very different types living in the Scottish water as well. As the they keep calling it UK waters to kind of make it seem like Britain has whales, which I always find really funny. It's like no, Scotland.
They're more like even the North Sea ones are ours technically. They don't really go down any.
Yeah. Yeah. Hang on. Oh, they've got pictures. Sorry. I'm looking through an article that I remember looking at before I actually looked at the paper. And they've got like pictures. They've got a picture of Bigger, and then they've got a picture of, hang on, I can do it, Puffin. Oh. It's Lulu. Puffin, Lulu, and Aquarius. Yes.
There we go. Wait, what? Puffin and Aquarius?
Definitely Puffin and Aquarius, because that's not Comet. I know Comet when I see Comet. I'm actually going to link it.
Are you sure it's Puffin, though?
Squat dorsal. There ain't no other whale with a squat dorsal like that one.
Right.
There you go.
Maybe they're just chilling. Oh, cheers.
I know that's definitely Bigger anyway, because there's no one else in the Northern Isles that's got that little bit missing from the top of his fin.
Yeah, like, I think I made a post about that, how I took all of the males from the Northern Isles that we knew, put them all together. I'm just like, what do you mean you can't see the difference? It's so simple.
It really is. I mean, Bigger's got that bit missing from the top, and then Hulk's got that little bit. No, Buster's got that bit missing from the bottom. Hulk's the only one that has a kind of normal one, but his has got a squarish, much more square base. Like,
yeah,
that's how I remember because he's strong. And 155 has an amazing saddle patch.
And 013 he's a really skinny one.
Yeah, his dorsal's like really
Really
cool.
skinny.
And it's dead skinny, and then the top bit isn't pointy at all. It's like rounded. I mean, I haven't actually seen many photos of him, bar the ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, him and
That is
0112, 0112 are not very often photographed, it seems.
no, not. That's definitely Aquarius, but I'm not sure if that's Lulu or Moneypenny. It seems quite straight,
That's a good point.
and that is Puffin, I think.
Yeah, there's definitely Puffin at the end. Poor little Puffin. Can't believe that they haven't like gone. Yeah, she's definitely female now. She's still classed as juvenile.
She's 24.
She's 24. Come on, admit it now that she's female.
We should probably explain why we did that. Apparently, it was a research paper.
Yeah, the only research paper on them, poor guys.
They said that they're not sure if Puffin is a female or a juvenile male. Puffin is 24 minimum. And we're just like, that must be good. Either she's a female or that's one hell of a late bloomer. It's like,
epic lateness.
It's just like, no, she's a girl. Just trust us. It's okay. Yeah, I think that's everything for.
Yeah, I can't really. I mean, it was 56 minutes, so we can go to an hour if you want. But people have been listening to us for 56 minutes, and if you've made it this far, I'm just going to give you a round of applause.
Well done.
Yeah, this is the first episode of the Saddle Catch and Saddle Catch. What?
We're not catching. We're casting.
Yeah, we're podcasting. And you've made it to the end of the first episode. I hope you've enjoyed everything that we have discussed. Getting off topic, back on topic, to go off topic, to try and find a research paper, to go back on topic a little bit there.
I mean, what was it we were planning on talking about next time? It was a more research-based one. Because this is what it's going to be. Like, basically, we're going to look at, like, papers and...
Yeah, we just discuss things. And, like, recent events and stuff. If something's popped up, like, we could talk about J50 and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's sort of... So that people can keep up. I mean, if they haven't been able to get online for, like, a week or something.
If they haven't been able to get online, then we'll be able to update on stuff.
Yeah. Just generally stuff like that's what we're going to do. I think we had an idea for next week. We're actually going to talk about mainly just the Scottish guys.
Yeah, I think it was. We were going to discuss them, but we'll have to look back on the Skype to see exactly what we mentioned.
Yeah.
Unless you noted it down or something.
I can guarantee you that I did not note it down because I don't note anything down. I really should.
God damn it. Anyway.
Yes, I'm going to stop recording now. So that means that people who are listening, we get to say bye-bye to you.
We're probably going to keep talking, by the way.
Yeah, we are. That's the whole point. We're just going to say bye to you guys and then carry on with our own conversations. No, you didn't see that coming.
Oh.
So goodbye, good folk. We are from the UK and we talk very posh like this. Yes. Totally.
Yes, I'll pick up a Glaswegian accent because I fucking feel like it.
Right. Bye bye, folks.
Toodaloo.